Hello, this is Jam Master Daniel 96, and in today's video, I'll be reviewing episode 7 of The Mandalorian. And sorry that I didn't review this episode when it premiered. I did watch the episode when it premiered, and I rewatched the episode today to have it fresh in my mind for the review. At around that time, I had other things going on with work and all that, and then I wanted to get ready to do the Rise of Skywalker spoiler-free review and the spoiler review around that time, and all the other stuff. So I've given you the review for episode 7 of The Mandalorian finally, and this is in a different format as I did for the other Mandalorian reviews where I'd be recording the video showing my face, and this one will be an audio recording. And with that out of the way, I rewatched the episode to have it all fresh in my mind for this review, so let's get started. Well, pretty much episode 7 of The Mandalorian starts off with the Mandalorian and the Baby Yoda character on their ship. Then he receives the transmission from Greef, which is Carl Weathers' character, and it's revealed that he's alive in it. Then he tells him about the Imperial warlord, who hired him for the mission. Then he goes to travel to the planet from the forest planet from the 4th episode where he meets Cara Dune. And then we see Cara Dune in some wrestling thing on a wire thing, and then Cara Dune wins that. Then at the bar, the Mandalorian and the Baby Yoda character meet up with Cara Dune, and then Cara Dune is talking with the Mandalorian, and then the Mandalorian tells about on Navarro about the Imperial warlord and he wants to bring her for it, and then they go off. Then we go to the planet from the first 2 episodes where they meet the guy named Quill, who's the guy who says, "I have spoken," and they go because he talks to him about having protection for the Baby Yoda character. And then pretty much we have IG-11 makes an appearance, and then the Mandalorian and Cara Dune point their blasters at the IG-11, and then Quill says they reprogrammed, and then we get all the flashbacks when he found IG-11 and reprogrammed and then trained him and all that, and he's pretty much not is what he used to be, is where he'd be a bounty hunter droid and all that. And then so pretty much the Mandalorian and Quill talk about protecting the Baby Yoda character. Then they all go to Navarro and all that, and then get ready for the mission. Then we have Cara Dune and the Mandalorian having an arm wrestler. Then the Baby Yoda character force chokes Cara Dune. Then the Mandalorian tells him to stop, and then says that they're just friends and all that. So we have all that stuff on the ship, and then they arrive on the planet, and Greef is waiting for them. And then, they have the Baby Yoda character in some thing, as the little carriage floating thing that he sees. Then Greef sees the Baby Yoda character. Then they go off and just, on their journey. And then, because Greef tells him how it's been on Imperial lockdown in the city on Navarro. Then they do that, and then they camp out, and then these little things come by and fly by, then come and attack them. And we see Greef gets kind of scratched and stuff. Then they defeat the little, bat-looking things, and then the Baby Yoda character force heals Greef, which is actually a connection to the Rise of Skywalker, which, this episode pretty much, came out 2 days before the Rise of Skywalker came out, which was kind of perfect timing to show the force healing, which, Rey uses the force healing on that worm thing in the Rise of Skywalker, and then in Kylo Ren after their duel on the Death Star wreckage. Then, Kylo Ren force heals Rey in the thing on Exegol after they defeat Palpatine, so we get to see that with the Baby Yoda character, so a little nice connection there when he heals them. And then they continue on, and then when they're going to the city, Greef shoots the 2 guys that they're with, because then Greef tells the Mandalorian and Cara Dune that it was their plan to kill them and take the child. But then they come up with another plan, is where the Mandalorian wants to be handcuffed to look like he was captured to enter the city. Then he orders Quill to go deliver the Baby Yoda character back to their ship and the Razor Crest. Then they're in the city. Then they meet the baby. They pretty much have that. Take the thing that they carry the Baby Yoda character in, but Quill, goes off with back to the ship, and then they're in the city. Then they go to that place where, the guy that was hired, the Imperial guy, and then they pretty much have the thing, and then he wants to see the Baby Yoda character. Then they tell it it's sleeping, which in actuality it's not there. But then then the Imperial guy receives a transmission from Moff Gideon, and then he gets shut, and then pretty much, he says how he sees the child, and then the old guy gets shot, and then there's a big battalion of stormtroopers coming by, and Death Troopers from Rogue One, which I thought was pretty cool to see them again. And then we have the Mandalorian uses the comm link to tell Quill to come in, and then Quill is trying his hard to get back to the ship, and then the scout troopers hear his little thing on the comm link, then go after him. Then Moff Gideon arrives, and then pretty much is talking. Then the Mandalorian's telling Quill to come in, and then the scout troopers kill a Quill, and then they take the Baby Yoda character. Then it ends on a cliffhanger, which will set up for the season finale with episode 8. And my thoughts on this episode, I thought it was pretty good. I think it really sets the stakes to build up the season finale, and with Moff Gideon and stuff. And definitely, I think this is more like the prologue to the season finale, and definitely enjoyed this episode. And that's pretty much all I gotta say with this video. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment what you think down below, and I'll catch you guys next time with another video. Bye.